Hello to all you little cookie monsters out there, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Amy in the Kitchen, where you will find really cute ideas for birthdays and parties when it comes to cookie decorating. In today's tutorial, I am going to show you how to make these really cute, simple beer bottle cookies for Cinco de Mayo, and they go along with a set of margarita glasses that I made with some lime wedges, and that's in another tutorial that I'll put a link for. But let's go ahead and get started with the beer bottles. So you will need a beer bottle cookie cutter. I got this one from cookiecutterkingdom.com. I'm flooding it, I'm outlining and flooding it with a 15-second consistency royal icing in a really kind of light yellowish color. If you don't have a beer bottle cookie cutter, you can always cut a template out of kind of thicker cardstock and use it to cut cookies out that way. So now I am outlining and piping the middle section of the bottle, and you always want to, after you've piped your icing out, take a toothpick, I use a scribe, and just get out any air bubbles and move the icing around to where it's all nice and even all the way across, and then go ahead and fill in the bottom of the beer bottle and do the same thing with your toothpick or scribe. I'm going to take kind of a darker yellow and pipe the cap on top. If you don't have a dark yellow, just go ahead and use the regular light yellow. We're going to paint some gold dust on it at the end. So now I have a Wilton number 1 tip, and I'm using piping consistency royal icing in a royal blue. When I pipe my letters, I normally start in the middle and work my way out on either side. This is just a little tip that will help you to keep your words centered and make sure you have enough space for all your letters. So just go ahead. I'm writing cerveza. Obviously this kind of looks like a Corona bottle, but with copyright, I don't know how that works. So we're just going to call it cerveza. So now I am mixing Super Gold from Truly Mad Plastics with a little bit of Everclear, which is a very flammable alcohol. And the reason why I use Everclear with my gold dust is because when you put it on the cookie, it dries very, very quickly and it doesn't dissolve the sugar in the icing. If you mix this dust with water, it would sit on top of it and it would just make your design dissolve. So if you don't have Everclear, which I know most people don't, you can also use like a flavored extract. So because that does contain alcohol as well. It just won't dry as fast as the Everclear. Anyway, use a very light touch when you're putting this onto the cookie. You don't have to press down hard at all. Go ahead and let these dry, and then after they've dried for a few hours, you can come back and put on the reflections. You can also put the reflections on when the icing is wet and do a wet on wet technique. These are pretty simple, so I was just wanting to give this a little bit extra dimension. So now that I'm putting it on top while they're dry, it's going to stand up. But if you like a wet on wet technique look, then go ahead and do that. So don't forget that these are part of a Cinco de Mayo collection, and I have a tutorial on how to make these margarita and lime cookies. I will put a link to that, so that way you can have a full Cinco de Mayo set. I really appreciate you watching, and if you liked this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe, because I will be adding new cookie designs weekly. So until next time, have a great day. Bye!